I was 31 when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Prior to that, I was all over the place a little bit. I was a personal trainer. I had clients everywhere. I had my own trainer to train me to do competitions, bodybuilding competitions. So on top of getting regimens for my clients, I was also doing my own. So I was in the gym consistently, either with my clients or for myself. I also was bartending at the time, and I also had another part-time job. I hate sitting idle, but sometimes God sits you down, and I felt like cancer was my sit-down moment. I don't feel like He gave me cancer, but sometimes He makes things happen, and this is what happened to me. I got breast cancer. I knew nothing about breast cancer. When I got to the appointment, it was just like a regular doctor visit in my mind, just because I had already had lumps before that I would get checked out, and they would tell me, no, it's fine, you're good. It was a little bit longer because I did have to get a mammogram, and mammograms are normally for women. I believe 40 is the age they let you get mammograms, and I was 31. So I was in the doctor's office with a lot of older women looking at me like, what is she doing here? The day I found out I had breast cancer, it was a regular day. I think I went to work. I was at home. My grandmother and my aunts, two of my aunts, live 2 houses down from me and my parents. So I was at my grandmother's house with my grandmother, my aunt, my cousin. We were watching, I think, Dancing with the Stars. I never watched that show, but I was watching it because Chris Brown was on. And so I'm watching, and I see 2 of my other aunts come in that didn't live there. And it was about 10 o'clock at night, and I was wondering why they were there, but I kind of just brushed it off, kept watching TV. And then I saw kind of like a mumble happen between some of my family members. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Like, so she said, do you want me to tell you, or do you want Dr. Amerson to tell you? And at that point, I already knew what it was. I'm like, you can go ahead and tell me what it is. Okay, so after being told that I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I had to get a lumpectomy first, which means I just got my lump removed. It's different options you can get done once you're diagnosed. Mine was just to get the lump removed. So I did that. Then I had to get a port placed in. And a port, this is my scar. And a port is basically it's a plastic device that they insert inside of you. And that's how you receive your chemo treatments. Prior to breast cancer, I had no clue really what chemo was. I just knew that it healed cancer. So I would get chemo treatments every 3 weeks, which entailed 3 different medicines. And one of them was the really hard one that made me lose my hair and feel kind of nauseous from time to time. And then I had 2 other ones that I would take. The 2 other ones I would have to take every week. So I was in the doctor probably about 5 days a week for a long time. Emotionally, it's hard to explain, but the only way I can explain it was God, because I had a peace that I couldn't describe to anybody. I share my story because I know that there are women out there who are not as open with their stories, and they don't realize how it can affect someone else's life. There are women out there that are scared and worried, and they don't know what's going to happen next with this journey, because they may be in the beginning stages of it, or even in the middle, or going through this for a second or third time. I've met many of those women, but I share it to be a inspiration and a motivation to those women, and let them know that they're not alone. My entire journey is actually still happening. The journey is never over, like ever. I still take medicine to this day. I have to go get a mammogram, ultrasound every 6 months. So my journey is still continuing, but say from the day I went and got my lump checked until the day I got my first happy letter, as I call them, probably February to October. And in some way, shape, or form, I feel like I've inspired somebody, and that's why I share my story. My name is Janae, and I'm a breast cancer survivor.